Alright friends, welcome back. And in this tutorial we're going to talk about the magic of data binding. Now one of the main features and one of the most important feature why Angular is so important is data binding. So as we've discussed earlier also, the architecture of Angular is MVC or Model View Controller, where model is your data and view is your HTML. And the Angular does data binding between model and the view, so that whatever is being stored in the data or the model would be displayed automatically in your HTML page. So let's understand this by an example. So we would be talking about magic of data binding here. So let me give a heading to this page. Now, so I'm going to create a input text box here. So input type is equal to text. Going to give a placeholder, so enter some text here, right? So if I save this and run this page, so you would see we've just created an input box here, a text box here. Now I'm going to use the second directive of Angular. So as I've told you earlier also, Angular is all about directives and directives. So the second important directive that we're going to use here is called ng-model. Right, and we're going to give it a name. Let's say give it a name, let's say category. All right, so what we've done here is that we've used the directive called ng-model in our text box, and we've given it a name called category. So basically now category would function as a variable and would contain any and everything that is being typed in this text box. So any string or any number of characters, any length of characters that are being typed in the text box would be saved in a variable called category, and this category would be part of model, right? Remember, model is the data. So data binding has started happening here. So whatever I would be typing in this text box here would be saved in a variable called category, and category would be the part of model. Now this is pretty amazing, but it doesn't serve us anything until if you wait for just 10 seconds more. Now let me give it a line break here. So if I use Angular expression here, which is denoted as double curly brackets, and if I use the variable name category within the double curly brackets, now you would see the magic. Hold on. So I'm going to refresh the page and I'm going to type something here in this text. Let's say science, and magically you see that the data binding has happened. Whatever is being typed in the text box is being saved in the variable called category, and since model and the view has data binding, so whatever is being saved in the variable called category within the view, within the data or within the model is being displayed over here. So this is data binding at its best. And it's pretty simple to achieve this in Angular. For plain JavaScript or for jQuery, you would have to write lines and lines of code to achieve this functionality. But Angular does it magically for you just by a line of code. That's it. So you use the double curly brackets, and in between double curly brackets, you use the ng-model name, in this case category, and data binding is happening. Whatever is being stored in the variable called category is being displayed over here. So this is called data binding. Isn't this amazing? Now in our next tutorial, we would be seeing a magical thing. We would be talking about two-way data binding, right? So I hope you like this tutorial. Stay tuned, like our video, subscribe it, and stay tuned for our next video, which is on two-way data binding, and we're gonna create controller in our next video. Thank you so much.